men came in, and then like just a flood of them came in today.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it recording? Yes, it is. So Delaney, tell me, how'd you get involved in singing? Did you like always know you wanted to be a singer?
I knew I wanted to be a singer since I was like maybe 3 years old. I would like make up my own songs about random things. And I don't know, since I was 4 actually, I started singing at 3, and then whenever I hit 4, I knew I wanted to be a singer. So yeah, I always knew I wanted to be an artist, and preferably a pop artist, because I always used to love watching Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, and I loved those kinds of artists, and it made me who I am today. So.
So, what made you start posting things on YouTube?
On YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of course, when YouTube came out, I had like no idea how to use it, and it became quite difficult between Twitter and MySpace and Facebook and all these different kinds of social sites that they were coming out with. I really had to master them before I even put anything up there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like when I hit YouTube, I kind of was just doing current covers, and I have a few music videos out now, but I wasn't that big on YouTube until maybe last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting like way better at the YouTube stuff, though.
Hmm. So, describe your original music to us. How would you describe it?
I have to say, like, everything's authentic, like real, and
Mm-hmm.
the ballad songs, the slower songs, they all, when I wrote them, they all have a story behind them, and the pop songs, you can always dance to them, and people in their car can vibe to them and rock out. But yeah, I mean, my original music is all about having fun and really having a good time. And hopefully, my ballads, if you've ever been going through a hard time and all that, you can relate to me.
Mm-hmm. Who are your musical inspirations?
My musical inspirations, probably, well, like I said, when I was little, I liked Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I grew older, I realized that there was an Elvis Presley that had long lived this earth. And it's funny because the music that I do is not even close to Elvis Presley's style, but I love all the oldies, like the Beach Boys, the Beatles, but Elvis Presley is like my number one inspiration, as well as Britney Spears.
Mm. Do you play any instruments?
I can play piano, and I'm working on playing the acoustic guitar, but I'm still taking lessons because I haven't mastered that one yet.
So if you weren't singing, what would you be doing?
I'd definitely still be doing something in music if I wasn't a singer, but I don't think that's clearly an option. But if I wasn't a singer, I'd probably be a DJ or like a stylist, have my own like fashion line,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. If you could dabble in any other genre of music, what would it be? Genre.
So you're saying like what other genre would I want to
Yeah.
do besides pop?
Yeah.
Well, I already incorporate some rap music in my songs, but if I was gonna be any other kind of genre, I'd probably want to go acoustic. Come out with a bunch of kind of Lily Allen, Amy Winehouse kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I really enjoy that kind of soulful music, R&B. That's what I usually listen to.
Let's see. Do you enjoy writing your own lyrics and music?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a lot of work writing your own songs and stuff because you have to build a story. And it's not just about, oh, let's just make a song. It's more about, let's build a story. You want to relate to people, even if it's party music or fast music or raps. I mean, you always want to have a story behind it so that people can relate to your music. It's a bit difficult, and sometimes I hit a writer's block and I get frustrated, so I have to take a break, and then I come back, and then sometimes when I'm taking a break, it'll just hit me, and then I come back, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's gonna be a smash hit. But yeah, it's a bit difficult.
Who one day would you like to collaborate with as an artist?
Well, I think it would be fun to collaborate with the Bieber. Obviously, he's the #1 artist right now out. So either Justin Bieber or Nicki Minaj or Chris Brown. I think those are some good artists.
So let's do some fan questions right now.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. So Kayla_small asks you to describe your style of clothing.
My style of clothing, honestly, is so weird. If I'm not wearing I go by Glamour Baby. That's my, Glam Baby is my nickname besides Delaney. And obviously, like I tell people all the time, I know I'm not the youngest one in the industry, but I feel like I am the baby of the industry, considering that my music hasn't hit radio yet, or all my new album and stuff hasn't come out yet. And my fashion is so glamorous, but then again, when I don't want to be wearing high heels and a cool dress, I like to throw on a pair of leggings and just a cool shirt, and that's usually what I rock on a normal day. But yeah, if I'm not wearing a dress, I'm usually wearing leggings. You'll never catch me in jeans or any of that stuff. So I'm more edgy.
Paladin Radio asks, when is your reality show going to air, and where? I don't know what where I meant, but when is it?
I can't say too much about the reality TV show, but I will say that we're hoping that it's going to be out by the end of summer or the beginning of summer. Obviously, with reality TV shows, it's a long process before before you're allowed to say more information on it. But as soon as I hear more, I'll let you guys know. But I will say that it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody's going to be thoroughly entertained, because it's basically about the industry and what goes on, behind closed doors, and how hard it is to make it, and, the pressure that you feel and the frustration sometimes. But then it shows the passion of how much you love what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody can expect to be thoroughly entertained, for sure. But it's coming.
So with all the recording and videos and new TV show, what do you do on your off time? What do you do besides all of that?
I usually, when I'm not singing or acting, oh gosh, I'm always singing and acting. So on my break times, I like to hang out with friends, write music. Of course, I like to act. I like to work out, for sure. And yeah, I mean, I just like to chill with family, honestly. I'm an easy kind of girl. It doesn't take much to impress me, honestly. So I just like to chill and hang out with friends when I'm not doing music.
And Andrew Boyer asks, Delaney, years from now, when you pass away, what kind of artist do you want to be remembered as?
I think anybody that's in the music or acting would just want to say that they can be remembered somewhat when they pass away. But I just want people to cherish my music, for a lifetime. And hopefully I'll be selling out Madison Square Gardens and be touring with One Direction or Bieber or the next pop artist to come pretty soon. And, honestly, I just want people to remember me as somebody that had a huge passion in music and created their own style. and always remember that it's okay to be yourself and it's okay to be weird and not like others, because in the end, that's what makes you unique and makes you you. So,
What would your advice be to all the haters? Kayla Small asks.
Advice to my haters?
I guess she meant advice against haters, but
Okay. Well, I mean, I really don't care, honestly. The haters, of course, you're gonna get haters. If people see that you're doing something that you love, they're gonna automatically hate you. It doesn't matter if you're beautiful, if you're ugly, if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're weird, if you're not weird. Honestly, when people see you succeed or people see you happy, they're gonna hate on you anyways. So, like me and my boyfriend CBC say, is later haters. And for those of you who are haters, I mean, it really doesn't matter. And I say for the people that get hated on or bullied, just remember to always be yourself and stay strong, because, like I said, in the end, you're going to be the unique outcast, and they're still going to be in the group that isn't so cool after all.
Well, you sort of answered my next question about Valentine's Day. So I'm going to ask, would you rather receive roses or chocolates on Valentine's Day?
Ew, I like roses.
And
Definitely roses.
what would your perfect Valentine's Day be or entail?
My perfect Valentine's Day, I would want to go, like, if I had the absolute, like, I could choose anything in the world that I wanted, I'd probably want to go bungee jumping or, skydive. I think that would be really fun. But if I didn't get that option, then just a romantic dinner or a walk on the beach would be nice, considering we live in California. But it's kind of cold, so I don't think that's going to happen.
It is very cold. I'm sitting outside and doing this interview, and I'm cold.
Oh, me too, yeah. It's such a beautiful day here. I'm looking out at the beautiful mountains and some palm trees right now. You gotta love the palm trees in California.
One fan asks, do you like One Direction?
Yeah, I like One Direction. I'm not a fan of One Direction, but I like their beautiful song, What Makes You Beautiful. I think it's a really cool song. And they came out with a new single, right? It's on the radio. What's
Kiss
it called?
Kiss You?
Kiss You. Is it called Kiss You?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good song. But yeah, I like One Direction's music. They're pretty cool.
How would you describe your fans?
My fans are freaking amazing. So when my Lanos hear this, they're going to be excited, because I'm excited to get to talk to you, and I'm excited to give shout-outs to people, because, yeah. No, but I love my fans. They're great, and they support me 100%. And, some of my smaller fans that still go to school and stuff, like, they're so dedicated, and I appreciate you guys so much. And, I'm working hard so that we can eventually go on tour and all you guys can come see me live. You can shake my hand and I can give you guys some free merchandise. Right now, I love my Lanos, and I think they're working on a name right now. I call them my Lanos anyways, but they said they wanted to name themselves. So I'm quite interested in seeing what they name me.
I like Lanos because it sounds...
Delaney's a hard name to, come up with. Because I know Sir Lloyd has her Bratz, and Nicki Minaj has her Barbies. So...
Your Lanos it's like Oreos.
Yeah. Or, like Lanos, like we're always in the staff slang, we never stop. But you know what? Whatever. Whatever they name me, I'll be cool with, because I love them anyways.
Let's see. What embarrassing songs might we find on your MP3 player?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the most embarrassing song that I probably have is Fun by SpongeBob. Of course, I'm a huge SpongeBob fan, even 18 years old. I don't care. I'm a dork. I don't care. But, yeah, I have SpongeBob, the Fun song. And what else I have? Oh, Wanna Be My Lover by Spice Girls. You gotta love that one.
When is your next music video coming out, or your next video? Someone asked.
Well, I actually have a couple videos coming out, so get excited for that because I did a single with Ellie Reed's son, Aaron Reed, and it's called Really Wanna, and that one's available on iTunes now, so you guys can go listen to that one. But I just did a new single, I'd say like about a week ago, and it's going straight to radio. I can't say the name of it yet, but I can say that a video is coming right after it's released to radio, so I'm really excited. Like, I'm really excited.
When is it coming out on radio?
It should be out on radio, I heard, today, in a couple of months. So in the next couple of months, you guys should hear my voice on the radio, hopefully on Kiss FM, and yeah.
When you sell out Madison Square Garden, who do you want to open for you?
Wow, that's kind of a tough one because there's so many good artists right now. If I had to choose an artist that's current right now to open up for me, I'd want Nicki Minaj. She is an awesome freaking person. She's weird like me, so I'm sure we get along.
And then the next one, who's your favorite makeup artist?
Well, I've had quite a few really good makeup artists. Of course, one of them is Saudi, and the other one that I really love is Nazareth. He's really great. So, but yeah, I've had quite a few great makeup artists, so I can't really decide which one I love the best.
You can never choose because they're all good.
Right.
So, thank you so much for taking this time to do this interview with us. Do you want to say a quick message to your fans?
For sure. Thanks again for having me on your interview on That Social Web. I really appreciate you calling and us talking together. Hopefully I'll have more information for you guys soon. But for now, if you have never heard my music before, you can check me out at www.delaney.com. It's DLANNIE.com. And all my music's available for purchase on iTunes right now. And stay tuned for my future singles coming out.
Okay,
Have a happy Valentine's Day.